are live. What's up, Ben? Tim? Jeff? Gary? John? Ian? Frank C, Mike Jones, Dan of J, Strat CPO, Tactical Six String, Absolute Mayhem. What's up, Luke? What's up, Michael? What's up, Jay Schaff? What's up, John W? Bill Franz, Dennis Ellis. It's going by a little fast. I might have missed someone. BC Rich, I think I saw go by. The Shape. What's up, Jude? Musical Monkey. And Michael in Methuen. Is it loud? What's up? Tone Lives, Thomas McBee, Absolute Mayhem, Ian Nunes, Funny Ass Guitar Guy, Noah Draw. What's up, Friedrich in Germany? What's up, Jeff down in Oz? Yeah, I agree, Alex. This guitar does sound great. EMGs. I like EMGs. Kramer looking very Jacksonish. I think that's what they were going for back in, I think, 87 is when this came out. This was a direct attack on, you know, on Jackson. It was an old-fashioned Jackson attack. What's up, Mateo? What's up, Six String Brian? What's up, Eric? What's up, Big Sauce? What's up, Ian? SMY, Yeti Matzi. What's up, JR and Nolans? Crossing my fingers for you guys. Listen, yeah, we're getting a little rough with that hurricane heading your way. What's up, Mike Jones? Thank you. It's all the guitar. I'm not even playing. It's all the guitar. What's up, Trauma Cop? What's up, Andrew? We don't have anything heading this way, though we might see the remnants later this week. But there is something down in the Gulf, and the problem with the Gulf of Mexico is that the water there is very warm. And even if it starts out kind of, you know, low energy, the warm water of the Gulf, you know, really energizes those storms. So by the time it does get to shore, it is this big storm. And that's kind of what's predicted to happen. We'll see. What's up, Quentin? What's up, Sean? I've escaped the flooding so far, but you never know. Even the remnants of a big storm like that can drop like crazy rain. They're talking like 15 to 20 inches of rain in the jackpot zone down there. But, you know, by the time it gets up here, it could maybe still drop like 3 or 4 inches of rain, which is enough to flood down here. So, you know, we can't win. So that's so far in the future. It could just go a little north of us, a little south of us. Who knows where it's going to go. But as of right now, It's heading towards, I believe, Louisiana. How's that red piece of classic neck holding its hold? This one up here. This neck is great. This neck is doing good. Kramer sounds great. Yeah, it's got the Japala. not jalapeno, the Japalanos, right? It's like what's the worst pronunciation you can possibly think of? Yeah, so back in the day, we would call that the headstock inlay or the beak inlay, for the beak headstock. Right, look like an eagle beak or something like something. Some people would say it was the claw. We always thought of it as the headstock inlay. It's the guitar that pays homage to its headstock in the inlay. Yeah, exactly. Just get a few. Bring a little iceberg down there, cool that off, right? What's up, Mark? Try to buy that guitar in the mid-90s. Guy beat it to you in a couple minutes. This is from 2014. So this is not a vintage one. Though it's getting there, right? It's already 7 years old. This is a 2014. But yeah, I want to say the first SM, the Showmaster, was I think it was the 87 catalog. It might have been the late... They did 2 catalogs in 87. It might have been the second one. I forget now. I'd have to look that back up again. But, yeah. Yeah. Jalapenos. Exactly. It's got the jalapenos. Hello, Cleveland. Guitar severely water damaged ever? Yeah, my my 87 Ibanez RG, that was up on a actually that one wasn't on a guitar stand, that was on the floor, and that had water up to the friggin' trem cavity to the top of the bridge, pretty much almost to the first pickup, and yeah. And then the other one was my Strat, my made in Japan Strat. Luckily, that body was more sealed, didn't have a lot of breaks in it. So even though that was actually up on a guitar stand, it only got an inch on the bottom. It wasn't completely submerged. And that one, you can see that it has a little crack in it, but it never really absorbed the water like the Ibanez did. The Ibanez absorbed enough water that when it finally contracted, it left a big flake of paint on the bottom that just fell off. So there's a big strip of missing paint because it basically got pried off in the water. What's up, Ron? What's up, Jeffy? The same SM1 in color. Yeah. Got it at Manchester Music Mill. There you go. Yeah, these are great. These are great. I think right now if you're going to get one, I want to say it's like a metallic blue, a metallic orange, and a metallic black. And they're Duncans now. They don't do the EMG in the this in the current iteration. But functionally, it's the same. It still has the coil split on the humbucker, just like this does. It's still a single, double. So, you know, did you guys see the new Fractal Audio Fm9? Hello. Yeah, Fractal Audio came out with a new floor unit that's a lot closer to the, is it exactly like the, let's see if we can find it here. Hello. FM9, number 9. FM9. The new FM9 from Fractal Audio Systems is an all-in-one amp modeler, effects processor, foot controller, audio interface, and more. Designed for professional stage and studio use and personal enjoyment. I'm glad they put that in there. That covers a lot of ground. 4 DSP cores. There are 4 cores! The FM9 is the most powerful floor unit ever produced by Fractal Audio. Features an impressive list of technologies. Features an award-winning ACFX3, FM3, and FC foot controllers. Industry-leading Cygnus amp, or what have you pronounced that word? Yeah, something. Modeling, ultra-res speakers, blah blah, stomp box, blah blah, effects, blah blah, foot switching, blah blah, flexible, blah blah, interface, blah blah, PC Mac. And that's pretty much it. That's all you need to know. Does it come with a beer cup? If it doesn't, I feel like it's an opportunity missed. I'm just going to throw that right out there. Are you listening, Fractal Audios? Beer cups, bro. Give the people what they want. Tony from Townsend, loving the weather here. Yeah, it's been, we finally, it's been a little hot, but today was great. But I think it's only going to be today, right? We're back into the heat again, I think, by Monday. I think tomorrow's going to get muggier. Summer won't go soon, though. We're finally getting like a couple of, like a cool day here or there. And that's sort of beating back the hot, oppressive days. But we just had, our third or fourth heat wave this year? No, like. Put me down as a hard pass on that dog. What's up, Rico B? 103 Arizona. Yeah, but it's a dry heat. A friend of mine was like, yeah, it's going to be 100 degrees here in San Diego. I'm like, yeah, what's the dew point? He goes, 39. I'm like, 39? The dew point here is 73, okay? Do you have any idea how gross that is? Do you have any concept of how disgusting a dew point of 73 is? It's hard to even impart that level of moistness. It's like when you walk out of the house, it's like you stepped into somebody's mouth. That's pretty much it. Oh, Ian, you got the new Headrush MX-5. You liking it? I just saw that came out too, the new Headrush 5. Yeah, let's look that up. Hold on. We'll find it. Head Rush MX5. And right there. Okay, hold on. Oh, no. Hell no. Now, you know what? I was going to sign up. Now that you pushed it on me, no. So congratulations. Super compact, yet loaded with all the power of Head Rush. MX5 is an incredibly easy to use and realistic sounding guitar effects and amp model that's ideal for the desktop, the studio, and the stage, featuring a finely tuned multi-core processor and 4 high-resolution touch display. I think 4-inch high-resolution touch display. The Head Rush MX5 makes tone building easy, letting you touch, swipe it, and drag and drop to instantly create and edit your perfect tone in an unprecedentedly, is that a word? Realistic and intuitive way. Yeah. So, you know, is this like a new software? Or, you know what I'm saying? Is it, in other words, is it the same thing in a new form factor? You know, and it's the same Head Rush, or is it? I wonder if it's new. Is it new software as well? You know what I'm saying? Did they update like their their amps and cabs and all that stuff? You know, I don't know. Looks cool though. Has all you need: 3 switches, looper, little stomp rig. You know, yeah. And you know, little pedal. There you go. And $399. I'm. You know what? The that FM9 we were just looking at, that's $15.99. So you know, there's that. A little bit of a price difference. Sounds like a Muar GE200. I'm not familiar with that particular unit. Zoom's got a few things around that price point too, but they probably don't have as nice a screen as that. You know, that's color touchscreen at $399. I'm just saying, who else has that? Everybody else is usually black and white. You're lucky. You're lucky. You don't even get backlit LCD. Gary likes his HX Stomp XL, which I think is the same as the HX Stomp, but a larger form factor, right? Gives you more stompies, more things to stomp. But I don't think the software is different. I think it's the same. Does it have a different processor that can do more? I don't think so. I think functionally, like electronically, they're the same. But just with the XL, you get more control because you have more stuff to hit. Watching your YouTube since way back in 2013. That's OG. OV? Something like that. Yeah, I'm trying to do more of the produced stuff. It gets harder because everybody's older now and they're taking up more of my time. You planning a Christmas video this year? Probably. I try to do one. It usually gets busy around that time and everybody's home. That's the problem. That's more of a problem than anything, is people home and walking around. Do you still have that Kilatelli with the full rosewood neck? I do. And the Strat with the rosewood neck. The Halloween vids are way better. In fact, I was just talking with Bobby today. He came by, and we went down to. He stopped by for a little bit, and then we went down to this normal place that we went to. We'd go and get lunch, but and maybe it's just summer hours or whatever, but he didn't open till 3. It was like 2:30. We were like, geez, yeah, no, we're not waiting around. So we went next door, and there's another restaurant we were able to go and, get a little bit of lunch. And we were talking about doing the October thing. I got to talk to Melissa to see who else we can get in. Bring Krell Bar back. What's up, James? This is not a vintage Kramer. This is a 2014. I do have a vintage Kramer. It's the one that's in the thumbnail. An 83. And I am 99% of the way there. I thought I was 100% of the way there, but it has a detuner on it, and one that does not work very well. And is a bit unstable, and it's missing the grub screw. And, which I could find. I could find a grub screw for it, but you know what? I don't even play in drop D. And it doesn't look like my original one, because I never had a detuner on it. So maybe I'll look at the D-tuner, and I probably, because it's so floating, in fact, I was talking with Bobby today, and he's like, this bridge is way too floaty. He's like, you would definitely have to like stabilize this bridge if you wanted to use a D-tuner. He says a lot of the ones I use with my D-tuner, he goes, they're a little bit more decked, you know. He goes, or at least tilted back a little bit. He goes, you don't have a lot of room here. He goes, so I just wanted to get a new screw to replace the, the screw that holds in the D-tuner. However, you can't just buy one. They come in a set of 6, which is fine. But I ordered it last Sunday, and they didn't ship it till Tuesday for some reason. And it didn't really even show up in the tracking until Wednesday. And, they shipped it like Tuesday night at like 11:30 p.m. Like, okay. And then it's not slated to be here until Monday. So I'm just in a holding pattern. In fact, I wouldn't mind replacing all the end bolts anyway, because I've replaced a few of the other bolts and these are genuine Floyd Rose parts from Germany, original Schaller direct replacement parts. So those will come in, should be here Monday. I'll finish it. I'll make the video this week. As Bobby was saying, the thing is damn clean. I'm like, I know. He goes, there's a little bit of wear and tear when you get up close. He said, but for the most part, this thing is clean. I'm like, I know. And I'll replace all those end screws, and it'll be done. And you'll see it in the live show next week once I get it completely done in its final state. Yeah, rip Charlie Watts. Oh man, I was lucky enough to see the Stones 3 times. Steel Wheels, where I was dead center in that block between that center block between the stage and the mixing board, which is like pretty much Golden Circle prime seats, about halfway back in that center block. Your peripheral vision could just about see the entire stage, and they were like right there. I was like, this is like the most unbelievable. These are like the best seats I think I've ever had for pretty much any show. I was like, this is unbelievable how good this looks. I mean, talk about a vantage point. And the thing I will never forget about that show was that Steel Wheels show, which had Bill Wyman. I mean, it was still the original group. It looked and sounded just so friggin' good. Again, we're about halfway between the stage and the soundboard. And right in the middle, right, there's 3 sections in the front, and we're in the middle section. And man, it would just look, it just so friggin' sounded so awesome. And when we got there, we parked in this, like, there were places where you could park kind of for free. You didn't have to pay. It's like kind of off on the road. And so we pull up there and we get out, and this couple gets out of the car next to us, and they're like, do you have any tickets? And the dude we were with who got us the tickets was like, I actually have 2 tickets. And he's like, they're $60 each, or something like that. They're like, fine, and they paid for them. And as we started walking in, there were so many people begging for, anybody have tickets? Anybody have tickets? I said, well, those 2 lucked out. When they got to those seats, they were practically in tears at how good those seats were. They're looking at each other going, I love you, And you knew we had good seats, because who was in our row? Was the chicken lady. Anybody from the southwest corridor of Boston, along like Washington Street, Center Street, West Roxbury, knows the Fontaines, right? And there was the woman, I think their last name was Fontaine. She pretty much ran the takeout there. It was like one of the daughters. And she was a, total Bostonian, very loud, very out there, and everybody knew her as the chicken lady. And she was in our row, and I knew, they were doing pretty well there. And I said, oh, geez, if we're in the same row as the chicken lady, doing pretty good. You're doing damn good. And then I saw them again on the Voodoo Lounge tour. Right? I think that was in, I got to think in the early 90s. Was that 92, 93, 94, somewhere around there? Steel Wheels was 89. So when's Voodoo Lounge? 93, 94? Is it even before that? I don't even know. 92? I don't even remember. And then, no, Chicken Lady Money is no joke. No. Chicken Lady drove a brand new Corvette. Chicken Lady was doing all right. I was like, I don't want to brag, but Chicken Lady was in our row. I mean, I'm just saying. And, yeah, that whole friggin' show was amazing. Voodoo Lounge was at Foxborough, 94, 95. That sounds about right. 94, 95. That was in Foxborough. It was in October, and the cold wind had come a-blowing in. And I remember Lenny Kravitz out there with a long coat and a scarf on, probably saying to himself, Jesus Christ, why are we playing here in October? Why are we up so far northeast in October? It was friggin' cold. Yeah, they came through, and it was October. It had to be October of 90. Had to be October of 94. And they played Foxborough. That was pretty good. But, at Steel Wheels, we were so close that when you're so far away for the Voodoo Lounge tour, it just wasn't quite the same, It's like the Steel Wheels was such an immersive experience, right? It was just incredible. And then we saw them in, I don't know, I guess it had to be 1998. Either 98 or 99. I remember we had our new boss at that point, the head of the IT department. And we were backstage. Not backstage, but behind stage seating. My wife bought them. She goes, you know what, I just bought a couple of Stones tickets. They were short money because they're behind the stage. But there was Charlie Watts, like right there. We were very close to the stage, and they put speakers like right in front of us. I have to say, the sound actually wasn't too bad. The problem was I had a dude behind me, this little short dude who was completely drunk off his ass, who screamed nonstop. And I was like, he'll wear himself out. But we were like an hour into it, and he had not worn himself out. Wow, Stones, wow. And I just mean like non-stop. And I said, how long can he go on? 20 minutes? I mean, how long can you do that before you're just completely out? But he was so drunk, he just could. Maybe he'd stop and catch his breath for a little bit, and it would just keep going. I'm like, oh my God, dude. It's like, are you even listening to the show? I mean, it was like he was having some sort of like an episode. Like he had been triggered. That sounds. It's like, what is wrong with you? So, that's mainly what I remember from that show. That guy's unbridled enthusiasm. But we got, Charlie Watts was right there. Like literally like, I don't know, 30 feet away. Like right there in the, there's a big chasm, and then the stage goes out. And he was all surrounded in the plastic, and we sort of saw him have his drink and, And then Mick would come around. They'd all come around and walk around the back. Mick would come around and do a little dance for a while around the back, and Keith would come around and try and not to fall off, and they'd make their way. At least the main guys would, not any of the side guys, but make their way around the back because they had a little catwalk back there, to walk around the back. And it was fine, except for the dude behind me. I'll give you this much. He was committed, okay? Probably to an insane asylum eventually. But that night he was committed to that routine. Do I still have the 65 MIJ Strat? I do. That's a great Strat. In the, is it Antique Lake Placid Blue or Faded Lake Placid Blue or something Lake Placid Blue? Yeah, exactly. It was Gilbert Gottfried. Now that you mention it, it was Gilbert Gottfried. I love the Stones. Woo, Mick Jagger. Yeah, poor Daryl Jones was tucked up. Daryl Jones didn't move around too much. Had beer spilled on my crotchety ass concert. Of all shows, we had some drunk women behind us for Rush. My son came home from the mega, the Hella Mega Fest there at Fenway. And he's like, yeah, some dude spilled beer on us, so we smelled like beer. And my wife and I are going, so that's the story you've come up with? Then we just want to be clear on this. The guy behind you spilled beer on you, and that's why you smell like beer. I just want to get my facts straight here. That's where we're at right now. That's the story you've come up with, and all the time you've had since the show ended until we're seeing you right now. That's the story you've come up with. He's like, no, that's what happened. We're like, uh-huh. Okay, all right. All right, I'm going to give you an F for creativity. Exactly, Gilbert Dice Clay. You glad I went to a concert part of rock and roll history? I know. Steel Wheels was really an event. That was really good. Very disappointing was the Who, because they played outdoors and it was very low in volume because the town complained and they turned it down. The Stones were much louder. Wasn't even close. Yeah, and then they spilled weed on me. What else did they spill on you? Steve, you got to get a vintage Kramer Night Swan. I know, the Night Swan is good. That's got that's 80s vibes all day, you know. Yo Vivian Camo. God, that's such a good album, you know. Yeah. The Guitar Center get 29,000 packs of strings. I tell you, man, they've been getting some friggin' stock. They really have. They've been flirting around 25, 26, 27, 28,000 items up and down, but they've been getting up to like 28, 29,000 items. Quickly glows down. They blow through about 2,500 items a day, from what I can see. They sell about 2,000 to 2,500 items a day. Most EVH guitars sell in less than a day. It's so funny. I can pick them so good. It's like, I should start recording it, because I'm like, I'll come up to it and I'll go site mapped, because I know before I even click on it that it's a good price and it's a really good color that's different from all the other colors. I go, there's no way this guitar is still here, and boom, site mapped. Right? Oops, this page is gone. Please say hello to our site map. Right? Yeah, we can't find the page you're looking for. Please look at our site map to find the thing you want. So they've been moving some friggin' stock. They had, oh my God, they had a friggin' Motor Electronics friggin' Argon 8X61, which is the expensive one. And they had it up there for the same price as they're trying to sell the, which is more in line with when it goes for new, with the module, right, which is $550. And they had the 61 Fatar keyboard with aftertouch. I mean, that thing is so nice. Had up there for $599. I should have jumped on it. It sold within an hour. Most of the, like, Hydrosynth is gone within like an hour. A decent Strat with an odd color, just history. You know what showed up there today was, remember in 87 or 88, it wasn't the U2, it was, I think, a different model. I forget the number, but it was basically Gibson's version of this guitar, right? It was like a tremoloed guitar with a couple of humbuckers, and it might have had a locking tremolo on it, and it had a pointy headstock. The other one, the U2, actually has the more of the rounded headstock. This particular one had more of the pointy headstock, and it's Gibson, right? So we're talking a Gibson guitar here. And they had one in there, you know, from like 1988 for $599. Boom! I said, oh, that, and it's in bright red. It looks so sick, you know. And I'm like, oh my God, that guitar is so gone, and it was completely gone. Yeah, current gear. Yeah. No, they blew past about 31,000 this morning. I would check it tomorrow morning around, because most of the stock won't update until overnight. If you check the stock tomorrow morning around, say, 8:39 a.m., it'll be at its lowest. And then as the stores open up, they start bringing more and more stock online. And so, you know, it takes a few hours, but by the early afternoon, sort of all the stock is back online again. And you can see it go up, and it ratchets back up again to a higher number. Because of the purchase by Gibson Guitar Center is going to carry Mesa Boogie again. Well, They want to sell amps, and the reality is that Guitar Center has a lot of space and a lot of stores. And, you know, they can't ignore that retail channel. Yeah, it could have been a US one, right? Because I think they made one called like the U2, and that was a little different. I think that might have been at the US one. Yeah, gone to Reverb. Oh no, people scour that all day on Reverb. Exactly. You know how many things I have seen go from Guitar Center used and show up on eBay? Now it's Reverb. But I used to go, oh look, there's the guitar I saw last week on Guitar Center used, and here it is for $800 to $1,000 more. The storm wasn't bad for us. We pretty much mostly missed it on the way up. It veered off. We got a little bit of rain, but only about a half inch, that's nothing. And then it spun out west. It stuck around there. But then on the ride back, we were the jackpot zone of all the, we had like 1.2 inches of rain. Everybody else had like a half inch or 0.67, 0.75. You know, we're at like 1.27. So we were kind of in the jackpot zone for the outflow. But that, it still didn't flood down here. It would, you know, we made it. We made it through. So again, we'll see what happens this week. They're saying that eventually that moisture will head up this way. It wasn't the U2, a slightly different model. I wonder, sometimes it's still in, let me just check here. Sometimes it's still in the front end database. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there it is. It's a WRC, $6.99. Right there. Right there. Is it still site mapped? Oh, it's still site mapped. Yeah, $6.99 for WRC. Gone. Gone, I tells ya. Kramer is basically resetting from their best days. What direction features would you like them to grow in? Well, you know, a good place to start is just to go to like vintagekramer.com and take a look at the old original catalogs. They have them all online. And just go through the catalogs and see what was Kramer putting out then. And that's a good guide. I really wish they would do, and they have done it to some degree. Some of those OG, like 82, 83 models. But in the OG colors, which is, all right, so maple neck, with that, just that right. I think it was an emerald green, which was a custom color. Candy apple red was a custom color. Yeah, some of those original colors would be pretty nice. I tell you, I really love the graphic series that they're doing, because that is what Kramer was doing back then. They had a whole bunch of custom graphic stuff. Now, these are obviously production graphics, but still, the whole graphics thing, that was a thing, at the time. And I like the SM1. I'd like to see what's that other one they had with it was sort of like the diamond inlay, right? Like this is, I think, the show. SM is the Showmaster, right? There was another one, Stage Master, or is the Stage Master, and the other one was the Showmaster. Was one or the other, but they're very similar, just a little bit different on how they did the inlays, and probably how the top was, whether it was a carved or a flat top. Yeah, the WRC US1 and U2. Oh, okay. So it's one of those. Nice post-work Sumatra. What a shitty experience. Thanks, Buzz. We had I don't want to alarm you, but we were out of coffee the other day. We ran out of coffee beans. We were running around with our heads caught. We were like, "What now? What do we do? What do I pour the half and half into? What's going on?" We ran out of coffee beans, and so I ran down and bought the most adorable little bag of beans for $12.99. Actually, it wasn't that bad. It was on sale for $8.99, but still, it's kind of pricey compared to what we already went to Costco and got another full big bag. But we were freaking out for a little bit there. Yeah. It was. We didn't know what to do. We were sticking forks in sockets. Is this what we do? How do we make coffee? That's why we need coffee. I need like 1 cup of coffee or 2 cups right before my first cup of coffee. Guitar sounds good. This is a good one. Yeah, and another thing, and again, I don't want to alarm you, but the clam is missing. I don't know if I mentioned that, but the clam is missing. Now, it left in a hurry because its shell is still there. Packed its bags and left. Some say he was eaten by one of the fish, but I say he's just on vacation. That clam is coming back. You watch. You'll be the one sorry when that clam comes walking back through that door. We played a Kramer Classic 2 or 3. I have the Kramer Pacer Classic there, but I don't think the 2 or the 3. Are those one of the maple neck ones with the maple bodies, I actually think? Yeah, I don't think it could run fast enough from the fish with its 1 foot and all. Yeah. My son has given up hope. And I said, you never know. He's like, no, we kind of do know. Well, thanks, Vinny P. Yeah, we've organized a few search parties, mostly with the shrimp, but so far nothing. Like I said, his shell is still there. Dissect one of the fish to find the clam. Well, we're pretty sure we know which one it was. It's almost certainly the fox face, which makes sense, right? Of all the fish, isn't it the fox face that's going to eat that clam? Check fish turds for signs of clam. Do a little stool, get a stool sample from the tank. Well, I suppose we could. A little forensics. All right, now which one of these does this belong to? Seeing an awful lot of clam meat in there. Clams Casino, chef recommends. Does Kramer make a USA Beretta? I'm not sure. Just because I'm not sure what the state of USA production is for Kramer. They are looking to, I think, do that in addition to their... this is made in Korea. I think a lot of their stuff is made in Korea or China. Depends on the line, right? I think the higher lines are made in... could be made in Indonesia now. I'm not even sure. But anyway, because this is 2014. But the USA line, I don't know what's going to come out in it. I don't know what's going on with that, but I have heard talk about coming out with a USA line. But right now, I don't know of anything that's officially out yet. Yeah, I know. Go check Woodman's. I've never tried a bad cat. I wanted to try one at NAMM, but I never found the time. Yeah, I should go to their booth this winter at NAMM and see if they're there, if they have a booth. Kramer should bring back the red beach. Yeah, that was it was a weird cut, but you know what? It worked. It was like this weird sort of like almost kind of like a little bit like the rich bitch, the BC rich bitch. With a big chunk taken out of the bottom of it. But it sort of worked with that, the Voyager. What was that called? The Voyager design? It was good. First Kramer Carrera #1 jet black. I wonder how much it's worth. Oh, geez, I have no idea. When you get to collectibles like that, anything that's oddball or one of, it's really hard to value. That's where you have to put it up to auction. And, you get enough of people out there, bidding on it, you'll find out what it's worth, from the market. So we had a guy on Strat Talk who had a prototype as if it was some like miraculous. He had prototype Strat Select. I'm like, oh yeah, I see those up at Guitar Center used, once in a while. They run about $17.99, $18.99. He's like, oh, whatever. Anyway, thanks. And we found out he had it up on, I think, eBay for $8,000. He's like, rare prototype. I'm like, they're not that rare. They came up with prototypes for dealers stuff, and they would stamp it a prototype in the back. But I've seen prototypes up there like probably a half dozen times. They're really not that rare. Oh, thanks, Rock Nutters. Buy some beans on me. I went to go get the beans. Used to have a Kramer Striker 300 right in candy apple red. Straight ahead stock and changed the pickups. Quite a nice guitar. I think the Striker was made in Korea. I went to go get those beans the other day, and I'm sitting in the car. I went to go in, and you know what? I don't have to wear a mask because I'm vaccinated, but I've noticed that more and more people are like wearing masks, and you're getting a little bit more stink eye if you don't wear a mask when you go into like the grocery store. There's a lot more elderly people and stuff. So I said, you know what? I got a whole box of masks here. Let me just throw one on before we go in. Before I go in. So I throw a mask on, and just as I'm walking in the vestibule and the guy's walking out, he's got his hands on his cart, and he's got no mask on, and he goes, like this huge sneeze, doesn't cover up nothing. He goes, oh, sorry. And I'm going, oh my God, thank God I'm wearing this friggin' mask, for Christ's sakes. The hell? What the hell is wrong with you? Just even for catching a cold. It's like, I don't want to catch your friggin' disease. Cover that, for Christ's sake. What the hell's wrong with you? Yeah, Elliot Easton. He had a... he's had a few models over the years. I feel like he settled with Gibson recently, though, right? He's been sort of a Gibson guy for maybe at least 10 years, 15, 20 years he's been with Gibson. EE1. Strat with a telly headstock. All right. AZ is the opposite. If you wear a mask in the store, you get your stink eye. Yeah, because it all depends on where you're from. Around here, everybody wore masks. If you didn't have one, you definitely got the stink eye, or you weren't even allowed in the store. And then it all got relaxed. And, quite frankly, it was like 80% people without masks and like 20% with people. Now it's back to like 80% of people with masks and 20% without. So it seems to be slowly going back as more people get a little bit more worried about that more spreadable variant. I'm not near Concord. That's a little bit more north than I am. I'm more southwest. We'll say working in the health sector, notice the mask wearing cold and flu season wasn't that bad. Yeah. So it's like, even if it doesn't protect you against, the really tiny droplets of, COVID, as long as you're vaccinated, you're fine. But at least it might protect you against, the larger droplets of like that jerk who sneezed and maybe he's got a cold. Maybe it protect you against getting that, which maybe isn't quite as contagious as COVID. So, whatever it is, I'd rather not get sick than get sick. So, if the mask will help a little bit, sure. Yeah, I definitely see it more and more. But when I see someone drive by in a car with one on, and Bobby mentioned that today, he's like, "What?" I'm like, "I don't get it." Or even outside, you're walking down the street by yourself, you got a mask on. Why? Going in a store, sure. Everybody's in there, nothing but diseased. Goddamn leper colony. Exactly, and it doesn't hurt you to wear the mask, especially if you're only going in there for, a few minutes. Rather to wear it and just get in and get out than not wear it, I think that the mask for me gets more tiresome, like back in the fall, like a year ago when I had like people over. Now you're wearing the mask for like a couple of hours, or like I feel bad for people who have to wear it all day. It really does get like soaking wet. It's not pleasant. But to go into a store for 15 minutes, yeah, I'll wear it now. I wasn't for a while. As soon as I got vaccinated, I was like, see, a mask. But I think that's over. I don't know any Tool songs, actually. Yeah, Cool Inlay's on the Kramer, right? They got the... Let's go to Inlay Cam. You could have the T. Who knows what that dude had? Jesus. What do you think about the new Kramer Berettas? They're great. I actually got a chance to play those. Very nice neck on those. At not this past Summer NAMM, not the Summer NAMM before that, but the Summer NAMM 2019. So not Summer NAMM 2021, which was a ghost town. Summer NAMM 2020 was canceled. So Summer NAMM 2019. I don't think I know any Kicks. Yeah, Kicks. I don't know any Trickster either. There's a few bands I don't know. A nurse and found out that one of my patients tested positive for COVID about an hour ago, so you'll have to get tested. Yeah, my wife just got a call from her hairdresser to say that she's vaccinated, but she tested positive, and she was showing symptoms. And so she went in, and she's like, I'm doing okay, but just be warned. And I'm like, oh, great. Is your wife still able to work remotely? She is. An extra in a movie, masks on, masks off, every take, right? The mustache kept coming loose because of the mask. Yeah, right? Yeah, When it's short term, like I said, you run into a store real quick. I'm going in to pick up a pizza. Everyone in there is wearing a mask. It's like, oh, they'll wear a mask on. I'll go in and check out for pizza. It's taking me 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? But it's when it's on for an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours. Oh my God, that's when you start to notice it. You're like, ugh, I'll stay at home, thank you. But yeah, no, the wife is still able to work remotely for now, and they were thinking about having people come in, but then I think a couple of people in her office tested positive, and they're like, "Don't come in, work remote." And she's all psyched because they just launched this big thing with the Smithsonian. And, you know, it's good to have the Smithsonian on your resume. So, you know, that's always a pretty good, line item. Yeah, and we helped the Smithsonian develop a website. So, that finally is over with. That was a big project she was on forever, but it's done. Again, it's not really her, it's the company she works for. Yeah, fast way, say it, you will. Oh, really? You work for the Smithsonian? Yeah. Yeah. You know, it's a good. It was a lot of work. Making them nuts. But they did it. It launched. It's like launching a friggin' ship. But it's done. It's over. So Whitesnake with Motley Crue. Nice. Tommy Aldridge and yeah, I think I might have seen Whitesnake and Crue. I'm trying to think now. I think I did catch a Whitesnake show. I saw Fastway open for Iron Maiden on the Peace of Mind tour, and man, that was a great show. That's pretty common, Ron. The second dose is the one that kind of hits you. The first one, it's like not that much, but then when you get that second one is the one that nails you. It's the same thing. It's just that now you're getting so much more of it in you that your body starts to react to it a little bit. But I almost think that probably is a good idea of how sick you would have got if you really got the virus, right? I know people that got the vaccine and had no response to it. Nothing. You know, I pretty much had no response. A little injection site soreness, and that was about it. Like where they jabbed it in for a couple of days, not even a day. But I know other people that got it, and they were like knocked out by it. And you wonder, like, is that sort of a little window into like what your reaction would have been if you really caught the actual virus, right? Be a little worse for you than somebody who doesn't have much reaction to the vaccine. Yeah, Easy Living, that was that other big song on that record. You know. Right? Like, yeah, those harmonics, you can't help but do that. Got a flu shot one time and it almost kills you. I gotta get a few more, you get used to them. I don't have the synth hooked up, but I do have a software synth. Let me see here. I was actually working on something. Hold on. Move that out of the way. Pointer. Guitar there. Guitar there. I got some parts for this guitar I'll be working on soon. Right there. It's a good nose picker. You never know. You might need a little extra dig. All right, hold on. That. Of course, those two have to go right there, and this can go. A wrench. Oh. Wrench. Fries. Wrench. Dressing. All right, hold on. Let me just slide this out. Move that over. And we slide it out a little bit more. Okay. Now hopefully we don't lose sound here. It could happen. Could it happen? Sure. Let's see what happens. You're gonna blurp a fart. That seems to be working. Do you I have to go back to you now. That's not you. Where are you? Where are you? Right there. All right. Do you hear that? You can hear that, yeah? So that's Lean on Me, all right? Here's the same two chords. Sound familiar? Ah, see, once I played the melody, you remembered it. She was my woman, I was a man. She was the best friend that I ever had. And just a little turnaround, F major, E minor, G minor, going through changes, F major, E minor, D minor, and then back to C. And then just D over C. It's probably Home Sweet Home, the same thing. All right. Let's bring that over here. What do we got? So some of these they'll change the so it's almost like they changed the octave right there. You know, funny stuff, right? Yeah, this is like with a synth in the background. And it's those same chords, those exact same chords are hold on, let's find out. Yeah. Not bad. There we go. Again, those are the same two chords. It's D over C. It's so funny. And then, like, if you do the opposite, if you do like B flat over a C, anyone know that one? Yeah. You could 10cc is actually a little different. I'm thinking more. Who am I thinking? I'm thinking Hall & Oates. I think Hall & Oates. I think more Hall & Oates when I think carbon monoxide in the city. Choking on again. We're having fun. We like to have fun. That's what we like to do. I feel like you're hearing a lot of this clicking though. Yeah. 10cc, I'm Not in Love, I feel is almost like, I feel like that's D over C. You know? Or like, maybe G? Or is it like A minor over G? I'd have to listen to it again. Yeah, the clickies are coming through. Hold on. Probably a little bit better there if I turn the mic off, you know. Yeah, that's a Triton, which I think is pretty good. Anyway. Hold on. Oh, I'm in E. Yeah, a little Stevie Wonder. Anyway. Now the theme song to What's Happening. A little Barney Miller. So anyway, that's the Korg. That's the Korg Triton. You know, my organ skills are horrible because there's no velocity to it, right? Organ is on or off, and it's just so uniquely straight on and off. There's like no attack. It's a weird. It takes a while to get used to it. That actually sounds pretty good. It's a nice old vintage. I'm just terrible with those old riffs, you know. Yeah. Like right. Like a. Do they have a? No, not really. Is it? I feel like I need to be an octave lower. Oh, we're having fun. Can't go wrong with the deep purple. That's what we always say. That's what my grandmother used to say. You can't go wrong with deep purple. She was right. Euro Grand, Piano Man. Big giant. Actually, I need a sustain pedal and a keyboard that's not so far away from me. What do we got? We're going the wrong way. Oh, no. Or like in Voxes, yeah. Yeah. I guess that would be it's a pretty bad sample. Oh yeah, that. It's not quite the same, you know, as that would be. It's not quite the same. That's like when you would go there, they'd be like, dude, check out this electric guitar. I'm like, it's not quite the same. Not quite. Oh, now here we go. We're getting in a... Turn that. Seinfeld. Oh. You like it? I like it. Not bad. That's actually not bad, considering that this is a model of a synth that came out like 20 years ago. You know, that you know, that's pretty good. That's not bad. It's stereo. Oh, yeah. Oh, interesting. Like a choir. And the funny thing is like, I still think we're way, it's like, I want to say there's like 2,000 sounds, and we're probably like barely a, tenth of the way through here. It's like just crazy. And now I'm just scrolling to get past all the, yeah, so is this all like kits? Yeah. Right. Yeah, now you're going to get into like more of the synth stuff. Yeah. Basses. Yeah. Not bad, like a... That's not bad. No. Like the old Oberheim. That's not bad. A little thin. Like wait until that new you know who's making a clone is Behringer. Behringer's making a clone of that old Oberheim. Wait till that thing comes out. It's just gonna slay. Because the oscillators and especially the filters are just so sick. Oh, God, so many basses. Like 1,000 friggin' basses. Finally, some synth strings. Pretty good. Again, that's a dance lead. God damn it, I hate dance leads. It's like the worst. I like the old, like, subtractive 70s, like, synth. That's all, like West Coast. I'm East Coast. So what's this? Like, oh, yeah, like a trem. Pizzicato? Anyway, I'm getting tired. Back to something easier. Yeah, it's a Triton, but it's a software version. Yeah. Yeah. Now batting. No, that's not the wave state. This is a Korg Triton software clone, which is, it's great. It's, you know, it's got the that's not right. What's the sound I'm thinking of? It's in like an oboe. Not that. What am I thinking of? I'm thinking of more like French horn. I mean, that's straight out of friggin' high school music class. I used to know a lot more tunes on keyboard, but if you don't keep up with it, you lose them. Just like anything. You know, you start to forget them. But I used to know a lot more stuff. Again, that's a terrible lead. Same with that. I mean, seriously, that's West Coast garbage. That's better. Yeah, that's pretty sublime, actually. Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. All right, that's a good one. But again, that's more like a sine wave subtractive, right, going through a filter. You know, without a doubt. I feel like this is versus. Oh, maybe it is loud. I feel like it's a little low. But maybe it's just me. And I don't see, is there a friggin' master volume on this thing? Of course not. Is that it? That's definitely louder. Well, what happens when I go to the next sound? Actually, it stays. Well, that's nice. Oh, that's nice. Pure so. There you go. Minority. Yeah, like Minority Report. Nothing, I'm not really hearing anything that's like Oberheim. That's all garbage. Garbage. Again, that's all dance crap. Because they can't help but cater to that market. Again, garbage. And that's half the problem with this stuff is you just go through and you're like, this is crap. You know, it's really just a matter. This seems like a whole section of friggin' just dance crap. That's a little better. But even that's pretty thin. You know, compared to, you know, some of the other stuff that's out there. It's not even. Not a bad guitar sound. It's actually not that bad, huh? I feel like it's overdriving it. Again, worthless. It's got a built-in, you know what I'm saying, harmonizer. That's actually pretty good. That's nice. Not bad. Not bad. Kind of weird. Weird synth sounds, you know. That's just straight up brass. But again, just sort of okay, a little thin. You know, not bad, but not great. Oh, that's not bad. Yeah, that's not, I feel like it needs like a reverb or something though, right? I have effects right there. And I just stick some effects on it. No. Reverb? Reverb Hall? No? What if I turn it off? It sounds the same. Not hearing it. Well, there's a reverb room. What if I change that to reverb hall? That's pretty good. It's on the master bus. That's what the problem was. That was IFX, which is probably an internal effects route, versus an MFX, which is a master effects route. You know, it's your typical IFX, MFX routing system. Thank God, shoot me now. Nice. We're having fun. We just like to have fun, that's all. We're just having a little fun. Oh, interesting. Oscillation, easy pitch. What am I at? Combi program? Browse. I turned it into easy mode, and admittedly, it looked a lot easier. I was like, whoa, that's a stripped down interface right there. But I think I like the... Yeah, that's what we do. For those who are still awake. I gotta get the foot switch. Exactly. That's called Ode to a Clam. Little clammy, we barely knew you, and yet we worry that you may have been eaten by a fish. The body will decay, but your spirit lives on as Clammy, the little clam that served up as a meal one night. I gotta get a little reverb on my voice. Exactly, he's just a shell of his former self. Nice one, nice. Although you probably wound up in a chowder somewhere. That's as good as it gets for the life of a clam. Yep. He had the world was his oyster, but now it's just his clam shell that's left. Would you ever sell the 83 Kramer? Not. I have no plans on doing it now. That's a nice guitar. Even Bobby was saying earlier today. That thing's clean. Clammy, clammy, what has become of you? Exactly. Hey, send in the clam. Send in the clam. Send in the clams. Oh, we can do this all night, but we can't because we got about 8 minutes, to be honest. Yeah, Mama, kill the clam today. Yeah. What was the clam's name? I don't know. Shelly? Kevin? Yeah, Tears of a Clam. Yeah, probably mine it. Edge of Breakup tune. Yeah, Clam, you hear me knocking, right? Clam, you hear me knocking? Oh, Shelley, we hardly knew yet. From Clemmy Hagar. I'm drawing a blank. I feel like heavy metal. I'm forgetting it now. I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, you shelled me all night long. Clam on the Run. Exactly. We got all the clams. Hey, talking about Clam? Clam Kinnison. Right. Doing what? Wild Thing? All right, Sweet Clam of Mine. Sweet Clam of Mine, right. Oh my God. Yeah, Clam ought to feel the noise. Exactly. And so you say you gotta... Right, Clamsmere. No. Sharp dressed clam. All right, Clam Scratch Fever. I mean, that's just, of course. Hey, what's up, Krell Bar? Coming up with clam songs. The clam is missing. It left its shell, but the rest of it's gone. It's a bit of a mystery. He is presumed dead and most likely eaten. But you never know. Could come back. We are the Clampions. Yeah, exactly. Iron Clam. I am Iron Clam. Oh, Iron Clam is the best. Oh, I think we have to do an Iron Clam cover. Oh my God. They write themselves, like the Robin songs. They write themselves. Enter Clam Man. Exactly. Clam Dolph. Peter Clampton. Yeah. Bark at the Clam. Yeah. They're all good. They're all perfect. Blue Oyster Clam. The Clams of Dover. We're clams there. All right, dudes. It's 9 p.m. Stand by your clam. They're all brilliant. Clams. Who knew? Who knew? The easiest thing to work with. Thanks for hanging out. Had a great night. Went by really quick. Can't believe it's 9 o'clock already. So we will, oh my God, Number of the Clam. Super thanks to anyone who hung out. Extra special super thanks to anyone who contributed tonight. Really greatly appreciated. And of course, super mega thumbs up and appreciation from me Mod Squad. Hashtag Mod Squad. And the 83 Kramer will be out this week. The parts should be here Monday. And I'll have the video done like Tuesday or Wednesday. It'll be out like Wednesday or Thursday. And there you go. BDX Guitar Freak. God, we had to come up with more clam jokes. All right, guys. Well, have a great week. And I'll see you in a week. And until then, no, you rock on. All right, guys. Have a good one. Later.